Scoreholio organizers and players. This is Ben with Scoreholio. I'm going to show you our newest game format. It's called Swissholio. Swissholio was invented in the 1800s for the game of chess. Basically, it's a round robin style format. And after each round, the teams are going to get seeded based on their record, total points, and points against, and play in the next round of the round robin against teams of similar records. The system handles everything and lets it fly. I'm going to go ahead and show you how it runs. On the right hand side, I have the app. On the left hand side, if you were using a laptop, this is what it would look like. I personally use the app for everything. So if you go to the Run a Tournament tab, I can go ahead and click on Swissholio Team Test and show you the parameters. I can also do the same on the computer. This is going to have all the information of the tournament. Game format is what you're going to want to switch to Swissholio. And I have it set to set teams 4 rounds. Same thing over here on your phone. So if you look, I have the same thing. Number of rounds and courts all right there. So on the computer here, I'm going to go ahead and go to the admin, and on the phone, I'm going to go ahead and head into the camera check-in. And if you notice, I'm going to go ahead and manually add a team. So I'm going to enter somebody's name, Ben B. And email is always optional, but if you use email, that's how people get it recorded. I'm going to create the team name, and I'm going to call it the Scoreholios is going to be my team name. And I'm going to go ahead and add them to the game. And you'll notice that it automatically adds them into the game. Now, if somebody had a QR code, you can obviously scan their QR code. If you are the organizer, you can always click on this organizer self-check-in button. But that is how you get everybody into the tournament on your phone. And I'm going to go ahead and head into the same admin over here. And as you can see with everything on Scoreholio, everything is in real time. So if I sit here and I add a bunch of teams, and I'm just going to do a bunch of things around my desk that I have to hurry up and get into this tournament microphone that I'm talking to you on now. So now if you look, we're going to have 7 teams, but if I go to start this, it's going to pop up and say that you need even amount of teams for Swissholio. So you do need an even amount no matter how many rounds you do. Now, if you have odd, you can always add a bye, and then you're going to have to give that bye team a manual win throughout the round robin. But I'm going to go ahead and just add my sunglasses into this tournament. And now I have my 8, same thing on my phone. So if I click start tournament here, I'm going to go ahead and populate the courts. You're going to see that as it does it on here, I can also go to here and click on the top left. That is how I get my menu, and I'm going to go to the round robin, and you'll notice that everything is the same here. So round 1, it's going to all just kind of be random, and teams are going to go ahead and score their games. Let's say that we're playing cornhole, and the score is to 21, so we're going to do that. Let's say we are playing pickleball and it's actually 11, and we can do that. So if I just click on it and score the games through the admin, you're going to see that the system's going to keep on filling the courts as soon as they are done. But you'll notice that it's not filling that court. And well, the reason why it didn't fill court 1, if we had 8 courts here, it's going to wait for all of the courts to be done and everybody to be done with round 1 before starting round 2. So this game right here is going to facilitate going into round 2. And you're going to notice that it's going to, as soon as that happens, going to fill up the courts right away. So boom, there you go. It's going to fill up for the next round. So if you had 8, as soon as that last game and that last round ends, it's going to go ahead and fill the entire rest of the court. And you can see on the right hand side, everything is happening in real time as well. So if I, go ahead and submit all of our games to 21 to 11, and I'm going to go ahead and get through round 2 here, and you'll notice that it's going to probably, I know it's going to give us a court that's going to be open. And when we do that, I'm going to go ahead and show you right now. You'll notice that, and if I pause courts, then it won't fill it. So let's go ahead and do that. And if we notice that for round 2, keyboard, pen, pencil, microphone, if we look at the dashboard here, everybody would be able to see that the keyboard and pen are 2-0, and pencil, microphone, everybody's in order here. And if you look at the coming up section, it's going to be in that same exact order because that's what it's going to put everybody onto the court. Now, because this is Scoreholio, we obviously look at this stats and logs list and make sure the teams do not play each other twice. And we still continue to do that same rule while we are playing Swissholio. So, and obviously, if you guys ever score something wrong in a round robin, you can always come here and swap scores or update scores, if you did it incorrectly. And then I'm going to go ahead and go here, and I'm going to advance the board. And obviously, keyboard and pen are going to play each other because they were both 2-0. So we'd go ahead and go through this entire process, just like you would a normal round robin. You can play, as many rounds as you want. Just remember that the system only allows teams to play each other once. So, for instance, if I have 8 people in this tournament, the most rounds that I would be able to do is 7 because that would allow everybody to play each other once. Now, if I want to go into a bracket after that, I can always go click on this bracket tab. It's going to go ahead and seed everybody based off of their record and points. If I click create bracket and I want to do a double elimination after this, I can. And your number 1 seed would obviously play the 8 seed. And I can click create bracket and head into a bracket here. As you can see, this one's moving over for us as well. And I can go ahead and if I want to click on one and score the game, over here on my phone and submit the scores and submit the match. And you're going to see that it's going to go ahead and move everybody forward. Now, on a bracket, if you score incorrectly, you can always click on the bracket and reset that match to bring it back. But and then if you need to rescore it, it was actually 21-3 here, then you're going to submit the score that way, and that will move the correct team forward. So that's how you fix a score on a bracket. That's how you run Swissholio into a double elimination bracket. You can always make your bracket big if you need to see it a little better. If you ever need to print it, you can always make it big and then click Control P and print your bracket as well. But that is how you go ahead and run our newest format. It's called a Swissholio. It's a ton of fun. You can do it for singles. You can do it for Swissholio, a blind draw as well. And go ahead and set it up and run it through. And this has been with Scoreholio. It's easy peasy.